I'm Catherine Dow. It's Monday, June 30th. Today, commuter confusion.
I'm lost. I'm confused. I don't know where to catch my bus.
Winnipeg Transit's changes hits high gear. So how's the ride so far? Also today, a tariff trough.
It's global uncertainty and market uncertainty and tariff uncertainty and political uncertainty.
How trade wars are affecting Manitoba farmers. And power plants.
No one was doing it here in Manitoba, so I decided I would try and start something new.
How one local couple is building homes out of a homegrown crop. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Mara Lee is away. If you took the bus to work today, you probably noticed things are a bit different. Winnipeg Transit has officially launched its new primary transit network. It marks the biggest overhaul to the city's bus system in its 142-year history. Joining me now live is CTV's John Hendricks. So, John, the revamp started up on Sunday morning. How are things going?
Well, Catherine, Winnipeg Transit says things are going smoothly with very few bumps in the road. Now, Transit's manager of service development tells CTV News there have been just 2 reports of bus drivers making wrong turns. And when you consider the magnitude of the changes, almost every route is different. That's pretty good. The new system is designed to improve frequency, connectivity, and service efficiency. Now that things are in high gear, Transit is looking for feedback from riders so it can better steer the system and make future improvements.
So what we're doing right now is we want to get feedback from the public, and we want to hear everything that they like and they don't like about it. Because now we have an annual service plan process that we'll be starting, and every year we'll be going through, taking in all the feedback from the public, from councillors, and then the analysis we do ourselves, and coming up with the proposed improvements for every single year.
So, John, what kind of feedback are they getting? What are riders saying?
Well, we spoke with a number of riders today, Catherine, and here's what a few had to say.
I'm lost. I'm confused. I don't know where to catch my bus. I've always caught it over there on, is that Graham? Yeah. And then I'm looking on the app here and it doesn't even tell me where the 16's rerouted to. So I don't know. I don't know where to go.
They've got additional routes, so now I'm not exactly sure where everything's going. I'm hoping that it's sort of going to balance out, though, as things go. It's going to take a couple weeks, though, to get used to it, that's for sure.
I was flabbergasted at the first bus because it usually takes me down Graham, and I'm here looking for the bus that takes me to City Hall. I just want to get there.
It went pretty good, actually. It was a little confusing, but I would suggest people get out ahead of it and kind of plan your route.
The city will now pay close attention to ridership numbers to evaluate the project's progress. Now, to plan your route under the new network, you can use Winnipeg Transit's Navigo trip planning system. You can get more information at winnipegtransit.com.
Change is hard. All right, thanks for this, John. An 11-year-old boy is dead following an off-road vehicle rollover in northern Manitoba. It happened last week on Marcel Colombe First Nation just east of Lynn Lake. According to RCMP, a 13-year-old boy was driving an ATV along with an 11-year-old passenger. Police say the driver lost control of the ATV and it rolled. The 13-year-old boy was taken to hospital with minor injuries, and the 11-year-old boy was pronounced dead at the scene. Police say the boys were not wearing helmets and speed was a factor. The Winnipeg Police Service is expecting to be about $4.2 million over budget this year. Now, that's according to its first quarter financial report, which shows both revenue and expenses are slightly higher than expected. The force attributes the bulk of the red ink to a $5 million savings target, which it expects to partially achieve. Inflation also drove up costs, particularly for vehicle insurance and equipment. The Jets' whiteout street parties also helped push overtime expenses over budget by $1 million. The Finance Committee will review the report next week. If you traveled through downtown today, you may have noticed Graham Avenue is starting to look a little different. Crews began cleaning and painting the street this morning, as well as adding large planters and rocks. 4 blocks are now closed to vehicle traffic as the city begins a project meant to turn the thoroughfare into a pedestrian hub. Once complete, you can expect to see new landscaping, lighting, picnic tables, ping pong tables, benches, and art installations. A 39-year-old woman and an 11-year-old girl were killed in a head-on crash in southeastern Manitoba. It happened Friday near the community of St. Lob. RCMP say a minivan veered into the wrong lane and crashed head-on with a truck. The van ended up in a small creek. The driver of the van and the girl were pronounced dead at the scene. A 10-year-old girl was taken to hospital with minor injuries. The 72-year-old, truck driver wasn't injured. RCMP continued to investigate. Meanwhile, a 22-year-old man was also killed in a head-on crash overnight. It happened around midnight on Highway 12, just south of 303. That's just south of Steinbach. The driver of one of the vehicles was pronounced dead at the scene, and the other driver was taken to hospital in critical condition. RCMP crash investigators are looking into what happened. The Winnipeg Jets have selected 5 players in the recent NHL entry draft, including Manitoba-born Owen Martin. Born in Oakbank, Martin was selected in the 3rd round as the 92nd overall pick. The 18-year-old has spent the past 2 seasons as a center with the Spokane Chiefs in the Western Hockey League. Martin is only the 3rd Manitoban to be selected by the Jets since their return to the NHL in 2011.
Breakaway, Carter Bear, score!
And that is another Manitoba Rising hockey star, Carter Bear from Peguis First Nation. The Western Hockey League player was drafted by the Detroit Red Wings. The Southern Chiefs organization released a statement congratulating Bear and calling it an incredible achievement. The SCO says Bear will inspire many young athletes across all First Nations. Tomorrow is Canada Day, which means some government services and businesses may be closed or operating at reduced hours. All civic offices in Winnipeg will be closed Canada Day. Recycling and garbage will be collected as regularly scheduled for people with Tuesday as their collection day. Winnipeg Transit will run on an enhanced Sunday schedule, which includes additional Blue Line trips between Assiniboine Park and the Forks. Transit will also offer additional late-night service, with the last buses leaving the downtown area at 12:40 a.m. All libraries as well as fitness and leisure centers are closed. All outdoor pools will open Tuesday, but indoor pools will be closed. Wading pools start opening on a staggered basis beginning on July 1st. And Grand Park Shopping Centre and St. Vital Centre will be closed on Tuesday. CF Polo Park, Garden City Shopping Centre, Kildonan Place and Outlet Collection Winnipeg will be open from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. All liquor marts in Winnipeg and Brandon will be open from 11 to 6 on Canada Day, except for True North Square. Rural hours also vary by location. The Canadian Museum for Human Rights is open with free admission from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Tuesday. The Manitoba Museum is open from 10 to 4, and the Winnipeg Art Gallery, Kamayuk, opens 11 to 5 on Canada Day. For a full list of Canada Day celebrations taking place in Winnipeg and all across Manitoba, including at the Forks and Assiniboine Park and Princess Auto Stadium, head to our website, ctvnewswinnipeg.ca. There is also a financial reason to celebrate Canada Day. The federal government's promised income tax cut kicks in tomorrow. And because it starts midway through the year, the tax rate will drop from 15% to 14.5% on the first $57,375 of Canadians' taxable income this year. Next year, it'll drop to 14%. The government says nearly 22 million Canadians are expected to benefit. It projects there will be $27 billion in tax savings for Canadians over 5 years. And coming up on CTV News at 6, Danton Unger talks to Winnipeggers who are set to celebrate Canada Day and why they say this year it's especially important to wave your flag and show how much you love Canada. And CTV weather specialist Colleen Brady joins us now with a first look at your Skywatch evening forecast. How's tonight shaping up, Colleen, and weather for Canada Day?
Well, weather for Canada Day will be fantastic here in Winnipeg if you like it hot. If you don't like it so hot, don't worry. There'll be a nice breeze, too. I'll get to that. But right now, we have some thunderstorms firing off in the Interlake. You can see a line of lightning just making its way out onto the water, onto Lake Winnipeg. A little further north, we have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for a good swath of northern Manitoba. There is a thunderstorm moving through Thompson right now. It is non-severe at this time, but the conditions are such that thunderstorms that do develop in those areas could become severe. So if you're in Thompson and around that region, watch out for that tonight. I'll have more on that coming up, but let's take a look right now through the Bathfitter Live Eye. Bathfitter, your bath and shower experts for more than 40 years. In Winnipeg right now on this last day of June, it's 27 degrees with the humidex. It feels like 30. We've got some pretty strong and gusty northwest winds. The pressure's falling and the humidity is 44%. Let's take a look in traffic. Live look out at Portage Avenue, east and westbound in front of Polo Park. Traffic moving well there. And in case you've been living under a rock, just remember, if you haven't been to Portage and Main yet, either in your vehicle or by foot, that intersection is now open to pedestrians.
That uncertainty is having an impact on the industry.
How Manitoba pork and canola producers are feeling the sting of Canada's trade wars. More local news after the break.
Lululemon is suing Costco, claiming the big box store is selling knockoffs of some of its best-selling products. The All Things Yoga store accuses Costco of selling copied clothing under the Kirkland brand, as well as dupes made by Jockey and Spider. Lululemon says Costco may be intentionally trying to confuse buyers into thinking the hoodies and leggings they're buying are made by Lululemon, but sold under the different brand names. There were some record closes today for North American markets. The S&P 500, the NASDAQ, and the TSX all broke ceilings. Let's start with the Canadian dollar. It is up, ending the day at 73.42. West Texas Intermediate is down to 65.11. Our fix on Western Canadian Select has it up to 53.63. And the TSX spiked another 164 points to hit that record of 26,857. Those are your business headlines. I'm Morella Fernandez.
Canada's ongoing trade battles with the U.S. and China are having an impact on Manitoba's agriculture sector. Pork and canola producers are feeling the effects of trade uncertainty. CTV's Alex Karpa reports.
We're going into my hog barn right now.
Ian Smith regularly checks on his pigs at his farm near Argyle, Manitoba.
I got maybe about 75 or so pigs in here right now.
He's had more interest in his Canadian pork products over the last few months, benefiting from tariffs on international imports.
People are on the bandwagon of eating local, and that's fine with me, and I can supply it for them.
Although he is seeing heightened popularity, it comes with challenges.
In regards to parts and getting steel and machinery and that, and fertilizer and chemicals.
Canadian hog farmers are highly reliant on the U.S. market, especially those in Manitoba, which is the largest pig-producing province in the country. Manitoba exports between 3 to 3.5 million live pigs to the U.S. every year, bringing about $200 million in trade annually.
It's global uncertainty and market uncertainty and tariff uncertainty and political uncertainty.
And that uncertainty, Cam Dahl calls scary.
That uncertainty is having an impact on the industry, and of course we're also facing 25% tariffs going into China.
The levies from China were in response to a 100% surtax Canada placed on Chinese-made electric vehicles, steel and aluminum. Earlier this month, Prime Minister Mark Carney said his government is urgently working to remove these tariffs, which is not just impacting pork, but canola products too.
Farmers really are good at growing canola. It's economically viable for them. It's agronomically sustainable for them from an agronomic perspective in their crop rotations.
That one laying down there, she's to give birth on July 1st.
As for Smith, he hopes these levies go away sooner rather than later so he can get down to business as usual. Alex Karpa, CTV News, Winnipeg.
This just coming into the CTV newsroom. A bus carrying more than 24 adults who were tree planting in Sioux Lookout, Ontario, rolled over Sunday night, injuring 25 people. While most of the injuries were minor, at least one person sustained life-altering injuries. Ontario Provincial Police said in a news release this afternoon the single-vehicle crash took place on Highway 516 in Sioux Lookout near Stain Lake. Looking for something to do tomorrow? Well, we'll show you some family-friendly Canada Day events. That's coming up in Spotlight.
Spotlight, sponsored by the Casinos of Winnipeg, presenting Menopause, the musical.
Colleen Brady has your spotlight today. And no matter where you are in Winnipeg, there's plenty of events planned tomorrow to help you celebrate Canada Day.
There sure are. One of the largest, of course, Catherine, will be over at the Forks, where you can expect a full day of family-friendly activities.
So tomorrow we do have the 3x3 basketball tournament that's taking place all day. There's also a dunk contest and a basketball shooting contest with that. The Winnipeg Sea Bears will be here in the afternoon. There's food trucks out here, a handmade market. There's Folklorama's going to be here, Fort White. There's just activities all day.
That's just some of what you can expect at the Forks, which is wrapping up 11 days of cultural programming dubbed Many Nations, One Heartbeat. Assiniboine Park will also be offering a full day of music and entertainment and even a citizenship ceremony. Plenty of activities and music are happening over at Princess Auto Stadium, featuring headliner Big Wreck, followed by fireworks. Assiniboia Downs is hosting some family-friendly activities beginning at 6:30. Live horse racing, Catherine, gets underway at 7:30 with fireworks to follow. The Canadian Museum for Human Rights is open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., free admission, and several community groups such as Transcona and Sage Creek are hosting their own Canada Day celebrations as well. And
go ahead, Colleen. Sorry.
Okay, well, sure. All right, sorry, don't take anyone's thunder. A three-day event bringing festivities to the Tyndall Park neighborhood kicked off on Sunday, known as Canada Fest. The annual event at the Tyndall Community Market includes food trucks, local vendors, performances, Zumba, and is free to attend.
I think we're offering something a little bit different, which is, Tyndall Community Market featuring the food park. There's lots of food options here. You're not going to find this anywhere else in Winnipeg.
The event runs until 9 o'clock tonight over at Tyndall Park Community Centre, both inside and outside, and concludes on Canada Day. Fireworks are anticipated for the final day at 10:30, weather permitting.
Drink some Gatorade, Colleen. That was a long one.
Okay, I know.
There's also an important event that happened in North Kildonan on Saturday.
That's right. It was a fun walk to raise awareness about a serious condition. The 2025 Brain Tumor Walk was hosted by the Brain Tumor Foundation of Canada at Kildonan Park's Teddy Base Athletic Field. The foundation hosts the walk all over Canada. Their mission is to support Canadians affected by a brain tumor in any way possible. The walk raised over $70,000 so far. The foundation is funded entirely through donations and fundraisers. We'll beat the Monday Blues with American Ninja at 7, followed by Yes Chef at 9, then Unwind with E-Talk at 10:30, all right here on CTV.
Women's clothing provided by RW & Company. Salon services provided by S&T Spa Salon.
CTV Skywatch weather brought to you by South Beach Casino and Resort. Visit southbeachcasino.ca.
Another warm day, another day of instability. Now, if you look closely, take a look right around Reynolds. There's a symbol that pops up. If you see it, that suggests that there's hail falling in that area. Further north, you can see this line of lightning, these non-severe thunderstorms firing off right along the shoreline along Lake Winnipeg, perhaps pushing out a little bit out onto the water, but it looks like some of that rain falling on land as well. Even further out to the west, closer to Lake Manitoba and Lake Winnipegosis, there's some non-severe thunderstorms there as well. Further north, we have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for several northern communities, including Thompson. Now, I mentioned a few minutes ago that there was a thunderstorm moving through that city after one that came through earlier in the afternoon. It's now a light rain shower, but still, with the severe thunderstorm watch in effect, that does mean conditions are favorable for thunderstorms that could develop, that could become severe. And I should mention, too, Norway House had a thunderstorm earlier today. In Thompson right now, where it's raining, it's 22 degrees here in the south. Very warm, 27 in Winnipeg, 28 in Portage, 27 out in Brandon, and further into the southwest corner around Melita. Now, throughout the night, you can see the scattered showers continue, a little bit more concentrated up in the northeast corner there, closer to Churchill. We clear out overnight here in the south, but there is the risk of thunderstorms tonight. Not so much overnight, but as we get into Tuesday, you can see more stable conditions really take over the province. Lots of sunshine with the mitigation, of course, of some smoke in some areas. A little bit of light rain shower activity again crosses through the northeast late tomorrow night. So it should be a nice Canada Day for us here in Winnipeg. 17 degrees leads us into it, so warm overnight with the risk of thunderstorms this evening. And then Canada Day, I want to step out of the way to show you this fun graphic. Sunshine tomorrow, 29 degrees, 16 tomorrow. Now, late in the afternoon and tomorrow evening and again overnight, there is the risk of thunderstorms. But overall, a great holiday. Sunshine sunshine and hot Wednesday, 32 on Thursday, Catherine, up to 30 by Friday, taking us into the first weekend of July. This photo was taken yesterday evening out along Gimli Harbor. That photo is from Leah. Great weather shot there. And this next one is lovely. This pelican just floating along on the water. That was actually, it wasn't at Landmark. I'll get the location. That is from Merv at Lockport, I should say. Send us your weather photos to winnipegweather@ctv.ca.
Thanks, Colleen. A husband and wife duo are using a unique material to build homes, hemp. It's harvested right here in Manitoba. CTV's Joseph Bernacki caught up with the couple on a job site in Beausejour.
Francesco and Amalia Zerzolo are reinventing the wheel when it comes to home building, saving energy and the earth at the same time.
No one was doing it here in Manitoba, so I decided I would try and start something new.
In 2018, the couple started Elm Natural Builders and began building homes from hempcrete. It uses the leftovers from hemp cultivation called hemp herd. It's then mixed with water and lime. Francesco says once the material is cast into the walls, it offers insulation and also sequesters carbon.
All these things make it a super attractive option for people looking to do something a little more environmentally friendly, but have all of the performance of a modern material.
This Beausejour home is coming together one block at a time and offers shapes not seen in traditional building.
We mixed up our hempcrete, which you can see here, hemp and lime, and we massaged it into place by hand.
Amalia Zerzolo says the material provides an aesthetic similar to the adobe style of homes in Mexico, and customers have been drawn to its look.
People really latch on to those curves or arches, and we've had more than one person tell us they're reminded of a hobbit house with the different curves, and we take that as a compliment.
The couple sources their hempcrete from Gilbert Plains, Manitoba, and says the material offers advanced heating and cooling.
It's eco-friendly and it's also breathable, and it allows for the air to move in and out.
Francesco's background in civil engineering led him to an interest in this type of build. They started with pizza ovens and moved to homes after. Hempcrete was added to the American Building Code in 2024. Permitting used to be a lengthy process, but now they are hopeful more builders will consider this approach in Canada.
It's really a gift, again, to be meeting people who are interested and who want to try something new.
Joseph Bernacki, CTV News, Beausejour.
It's like a hobbit house in Architectural Digest.
It's beautiful.
It's lovely.
Yes, it is.
All right, CTV National with Sandy Ronaldo starts now, and we'll see you back here for CTV News at 6.